What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on the S10. We're doing a couple little things on the inside. We are putting in a boost gauge. Unfortunately, I'm out of pins for my Mega Squirt on the factory board in there, so I'll just run a manual boost gauge for now, and then once I get the expander pack, I can get another 8 pins for the Mega Squirt, so I'll be able to run a lot more sensors. But just for this first go around on this truck, it'll be plenty for me. I can keep an eye on it inside with a manual gauge. So we're just working on getting that in there. So we'll hop to the GoPro. Got it on my head. We'll see how that turns out, and show you guys where I'm mounting it. It's a little bit hillbilly, but this is not a professional car builder by any means. But yeah, we'll hop right into that, turn the GoPro on, and I'll show you guys what we're doing. So as you can see right here, I got a little bracket built up out of some stainless. I got 2 sheets here. I had some left over. I had a Mustang many years ago, and I tinned the doors, and that's what gave me the inspiration to tin these doors. It turned out pretty good on that Mustang, so I have a piece left over here that I'm going to use and eventually try and get it bent up and shaped up and on the door. But for now, I got another scrap piece I use for little brackets like so, and I'm going to try and mount this guy like so right here. This used to have a plastic bevel in it, but I accidentally destroyed it. So I got my factory, the heat vents here. For now, obviously, like I said, I'm still keeping the factory dash, trying to keep it with some heat. My old lady's going to be driving with me, so on those cold nights, on the summer nights, it'd be nice to have that. So, but for now, we're going to try and mount that like that. A little bit hillbilly. We're going to put some rivets up top. Got to Dremel out some plastic in here to be able to slide the gauge in. So yeah, like they say, let's get at her. Oh my god, that's gnarly. Good thing we got the old air compressor on board. We're just doing a little bit of clearance in. It was that fucking air compressor again. You want to mount that something like that and be able to slide the gauge in. That's going to get riveted to the top like so. I'll put just a tiny bit of an angle in it, angle it towards me like so. I think we'll drill those holes. I need my drill. Put this in position. Roll it down. Roll it around. I think what we'll do is we'll get one rivet in there. Lots of beef on the backside for that rivet. So I had one kicking around here somewhere. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And we'll get that riveted up, and then I can drill the other one in there. My rivet gun is not the best. We could use the big one, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get in with the big one. Oh, we got this little guy. This cheapie right here, the Legend. The old wrist fucking Smasher 9000. Like something like so. Then we'll drill that one. I mean, it's not the prettiest, but it's not the horror. It's not the worst I've ever seen. And then when the dash comes off, I'll just pull the gauge out, disconnect the back. It's 2 power wires and the line running from the manifold, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and we're done. Don't know how well those rivets actually grabbed into that plastic. Can't really see. Yeah, it'll work. So, gauge here, got it from my buddy Ryan. Just a boost gauge, back gauge, odometer, cobalt, and that's gonna slide in there. Like that. Boom. One boost gauge for us. So that doesn't look too bad actually. Once you're sitting in here, you'll be able to see that. Just perfect. I mean, we'll have to see when it's running how it vibrates, but like I said, I ain't no professional, and this is just round one. So when I don't have this factory dash in here and we have a nice aluminum dash and it's just the basics, the screen and a couple of these gauges, and away we go, right? So yeah, I'm liking that so far. I think it looks pretty good. And don't mind the mess. I got a disaster going on here. I don't have a very big shop. It's only a double car garage, not detached, it's attached. So I don't have lots of room, but we're making it work. We're making it work. So I think we'll pull that back out of there and I'll hook up the wires. Oh fuck, if I can get the wires now. Oh, I used a trusty old file. Reach back there and see if you can cut these wires out of here. Okay, well that didn't work. We'll go to, oh, the old fucking nipple twister 3000. We'll see if that works. that like that. And we'll grab some of these there. So I'm hoping, guys, that this week or this weekend I'm gonna have my fuel pump in here, and then hopefully, see, just like that. So got my power wires for my light on the dash, on the gauge. I had them labeled, but it decided it didn't want to stick on there, so right to 12 volt, back to ground. Hopefully my wires will slide in there nice and neat. Fuck, look at that. Factory brand new, boys and girls. Boom. It's primitive, but it works. Still allows me to use my heat vents on those cold fucking summer nights. Some power to the truck. And if we come over here and run those headlights, turn the key on. You see I got my oil pressure over here on my AFR right here. Let me turn the lights on. Got the boost gauge right there. So yeah, I think when you're sitting here I can see it just perfect. I mean, let's be real, she's gonna be buried in the ketchup down here in the 40-pound range. Emotional damage. Still see it when we're building boost, probably 7 pounds or something like that on the gate or on the trans brake. So yeah, I think that worked out quite nice. Yeah, I like it. Down here I got my fuel gauge. Turns on and off with the light there. So that's gonna be nice. All my headlights work, turn signals work. I had the turn signals behind here, so I don't know if you can see right back here, they blink behind the electric screen I have for all my gauges. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That should work for now. And then, like I said, when I get that expander pack for the EFI Gold Box, we'll be able to run about 8 more inputs. So I can run directly with a transducer, 0 to 100 PSI transducer that I have, wire it in there and wire it right to there, and I can have it on my screen. Gives me the ability to do some more data logging, right, and see the boost on the data log. So that'll be nice when that gets in, but for now I think that's beautiful. Just need to run that line up to the front. I don't have the line here, unfortunately, but when that gets here, we'll do that. And then, in preparation, I got a transmission cooler coming. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's Derail. Can't remember 100% the name of it. We'll just hop down under here for a second. So I got my trans cooler mounted up, or my oil cooler mounted up right here. 2 little cheap brackets I built off the fucking frame rail right there. So that's run. 10 AN lines come out of there. They run up to the front. I gotta build a bracket right here. This is just temporary for now. I'll get a bigger hose clamp and we'll make that nice and neat and tuck it up away from there. Yeah, so anyways, those run up to the side of the oil cooler. There's a block on the block so that I cool my oil. Just a nice little one just to help out a little bit right on the streets. That's tucked away behind that grill there, and the intercooler is going to sit behind here. We measured one out. I got one from Treadstone. Measured it out. It's going to fit nicely in here with a top mount exit and a passenger side inlet. So we'll just run this turbo boosting down and into it, nice and short and sweet. I might have a bit of a problem right here. I'm thinking maybe the engine's sitting pretty low, obviously, because I tried to get it back as far as I can, and I can't go any higher with the Holley High Rise on there, Holley High Ram. So it's going to be a bit of piping and a bit of trickery here to get it to go back down into that top mount. But that's all gonna be in a separate video, and we'll have to play around with some aluminum piping and see what we're gonna do there. And then, like I said, in preparation, I have that transmission cooler on the way. My good old homemade stainless steel, the same stainless steel sheets over there I bent up and made this battery box in the back. All my wires are run. There's a 50 amp relay in here powering the transmission cooler, so that's all wired in, wires run down. I'm going to mount, don't mind the mess under here, peeps. So eventually that transmission cooler is going to be here, a bit of an angle. Obviously the drive shaft runs right down here in the center, so here's my wires for that. I got my power wire coming from the relay, this big red one, which will go right to the fan. Fan will then ground to the chassis, and then this brown one comes from the relay and will go to the 2-prong thermostat switch that comes with the kit, inline thermostat. That'll go to one side, and then one side of that switch is 12 volt key on power, ignition power right here. So that'll power there, and then when it turns on, it will send the signal up through the brown wire, turn on the relay, turn on the fan, and cool the transmission fluid down. Transmission mount is mocked up and in there. I ran my wires all around the front of it, got my trans brake wire hooked up. I got the lines, well, I got my fittings right here to a -6 AN. So those are in there, those are ready to go. So I run some -6 AN line from there, bring it down right to the transmission cooler, which is going to sit right here. So yeah, a couple little things we've been doing should hopefully work out. Fuel filters, fuel lines right here. This is the second fuel filter, so when that fuel pump shows up, the fuel pump's going to go back there, and then we just got to run 10 AN line from there to here. And like I said, that's the fuel system complete. So, and then one return line, which is easy peasy. I have that hanging up there, -8, ready to go. So yeah, once that gets here, we'll fucking do a quick little video of that. Yeah, I don't think that turned out too bad. I mean, it's not, you know, no one likes riveting to the top of their dash, but for now, it'll get me through the season if we get the truck going and everything works out. Like I said, this is only version 1.0. Lots more upgrades coming to this truck over the next years. So I'm happy with it. I like it. So yeah. Probably shouldn't close that line on there. And then I'm thinking right here on this exhaust, this is 5-inch. I got some 90s at work. I'm gonna cut the 90 and see if I can get a teardrop. Problem being is the 90 is pretty tight in here, so I might be able to slide it in and get the teardrop out here a little bit better. We'll see how that goes. We'll play around with that as we go. I might just leave it like that for now. I mean, I know it's probably going to crucify me in some classes, because apparently you need exhaust systems behind the cab for certain classes these days, but if that's the case, then we can also revamp this. Like I said, I have absolutely no fucking room in this truck right here. Like maybe 2.5 inch will go down there, and this is a 5-inch outlet on this turbo, so I don't want to reduce it too much. But we'll worry about that when time comes. We'll deal with this for now. If they won't let me on the trucks, they won't let me on the track, well then I guess the streets of fucking Mexico it is for this old girl. Anyways, that's just a couple little things we've been doing. Like I said, I'm kind of in stalemate right now because I'm waiting on parts, but things are coming along, progressing nicely. Oh, I got a mock-up seat from my buddy Rogan. Fuck, we got metal shavings and plastic all over the lens. Got a mock-up seat from my buddy Rogan. We're gonna put it in there when we get the cage here, and we can kind of use that seat to get our spacing and figure out all that good stuff. So that's nice to have. That's not a Kirky big boy, so I do fit in it, but with padding I probably won't. So we'll get one of them ordered up. But yeah, that's installed. Power's there. We just need to run some boost line now, and should all be good to go. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Means a lot. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, and in the next couple days we'll get some parts in and we'll get cracking. Have a good one, and see you on the next one.